Well, hello there, we are starting this with the end of season review. So here we are, end of second season with Aston Villa, the Aston story. Let's see, what do we have here? The new arrivals. Well, we had a lot of new transfers in. We had Sam Long, goalkeeper, coming from Lincoln. Marcos Leonardo, our striker, for 15 million. I think 15 million was very reasonable. Nathan Collins, Ilya Zabarny, both central defenders. We bought Nathan Collins because Ilya Zabarny was not really the end product that we thought he was. Eden Hazard coming on loan. Fabio Miretti, wonderful signing, but he is only 20 years old. Florian Neuhaus that we got as a bargain during the winter transfer window. Carnesecchi, Brandon Williams. Carnesecchi will be our long-term goalkeeper. Transfers out. Yeah, we sold a couple of players. Morgan Sanson left for Mexico for 20 million. Leon Bailey left for Real Madrid. Leander Dendoncker that we didn't use last season. Wesley Moraes we managed to sell to Lyon. Yeah, he didn't make a lot of appearances, only one goal, but they paid 12 million to us. Tyrone Mings was a very good player for Everton, but fortunately for us, they finished below us in the league. Bertrand Traore went to Spain, to Osasuna, where he played quite a lot of matches. I think he was a strong player, but unfortunately we didn't have enough space for him. And Keenan Davies, so that's pretty much it in terms of transfers. A lot of players loaned out. Joao Neves, I would like to highlight here. And of course, we don't have here Victor Roque. We don't. I guess we don't. But he is also loaned out to Atlético Paranaense, was one of the new players, and he will come back next season. Yeah, let's go to the results. So we finished the season on 9th place, so we managed a top half finish, let's say on the brink there at the end of the season. We managed to do a much better second half of the season compared to the first one, and this was also due to the signing of Nathan Collins, I think, because he managed to bring us a lot of clean sheets, like you see here: Blackburn, Leicester, Everton, West Ham, and then the last two matches, Southampton and Norwich. We lost against City 5-0. That was probably the worst result that we had, but they were already champions and they played extraordinary against us. And we also had some other big losses against Arsenal, 3-0 beginning of the year, 1st of January, Liverpool 4-0. So actually the first half of the season was really bad, and we had these ups and downs, and I think we should have been better. Europa Conference League winners, yeah, as you already saw in the previous episode, winners of the Europa Conference League. We won against Real Betis in the final, and we had some very good results. I think the only, let's say, emotional stuff was the first leg against Feyenoord, where they scored and they looked like the better team, but in the second leg we really managed to defeat them and qualify. Against Estoril Praia and Rangers, things went much more smooth than I was expecting. Danny Ings is the top goal scorer for us in this competition. In the FA Cup, we got eliminated by Chelsea in the 5th round. Yeah, we entered the 2nd round here. QPR and Sheffield. We managed to overcome them, Ollie Watkins scoring 2 goals. And in the Carabao, we didn't manage to keep our title that we got last year. We were knocked out by Leeds in the 3rd round. Moments to remember: biggest win against Astana in the Conference League, 6-0. Match to remember: 3-0 against Leicester. I told you in the last episode about this very good match. I think that we were probably at our top there. Yeah, goal of the season: Sofian Amrabat against Altach. The finances are not great overall, but I think the success, as they say, helped the club finances. Broadcasting revenue going down this season, but sponsorships, corporate and hospitality, and competition prize money were higher because yeah, we finished 1 place above last season, and we managed to win a European competition compared to the Carabao Cup. Brings in a bit more millions. Shirt sales, Nicolas Gonzalez, of course, our top player, but what we can see here, and it's a bit surprising, is Neuhaus coming in here as third probably in shirts sold, which is quite good. I wasn't expecting that. We paid 4 million for him. How we lined up? We lined up in this 4-3-3 with Ramsey Miretti. They are choosing Miretti instead of Douglas Luiz here. Nicolas Gonzalez, Buendia, and Marcos Leonardo. Zabarny here, even though I think maybe Zabarny played a little bit more because he was here for the full season, but Nathan Collins was certainly more important to the team. I'm glad that we were able to put a lot of trust on Mati Cash and Lucas Digne, who are like old timers here for a long time, and they didn't become bothered by not playing them sometimes, and they were really happy to play, and they played quite good. You see here 6.8 Mati Cash, not a lot, but I think some matches he was instrumental. The same Lucas Digne, probably still one of the best left backs in the world at 30 years old. The accolades, what can we say here? Club Awards, Fans Player of the Season, Nicolas Gonzalez again. Signing of the season, Marcos Leonardo. Goal of the season, Amrabat. Top goal scorer, Marcos Leonardo with 21 goals. Most assists, Buendia. Player of the Match awards. Highest average rating on Jacob Ramsey, who had a terrific season. Young Player of the Season, Bouba Kamara, also had a very good season. And yeah, Young Player of the Season in Europa Conference League is Jacob Ramsey. So history in the making. Yeah, successful season, really begin to gain traction in the middle of the campaign, which is pretty much what I think. Also, the second half of the campaign was much better than the first one. And this is the Dynamics manager, whatever timeline that they have added. Yeah, and we are here, future star. I need to scroll like this. 2024 record sales, 117 million in transfers. Yeah, we brought in Nathan Collins, 25 million right away, but the full deal was 64. You can see here 64 million. Yeah, we passed 133 million in transfer spending this season with that deal. We agreed some more transfers. Luca D'Andrea, you will see this further on. Highly rated youngster, Victor Roque and João Neves. Yeah, they were in the Next Gen Award, and they will be in the first team next season, that's for sure. We won against Rangers, who were the previous winners of the Europa Conference League in the semifinals, 4-0 in the 100th game, in charge of Aston Villa, and then we won the UEFA Europa Conference League. That's pretty much it for the season's review. So that was the season's review, but we are now in the new season and we already made a couple of transfers. I will show you just a part of it because we will have a new season with a squad assessment and all of those things, and you will see in detail what are the big transfers that we did this summer. So end of second season, we already had two players that were kind of commissioned. First one was Valentin Rossier, a French wingback. Yeah, he can play on the right side, right fullback, right wingback, very good, and I think he might fight to be a starter. He's kind of the replacement of Juranovic, if you remember. Juranovic could play also on the left side, but we didn't really have someone to play on the right side, and he is quite good, I think. He comes from Besiktas. And another important player, and probably the most exciting signing for this summer, it's the Argentinian Alexis McAllister, 25 years old. He's very good overall, very good technically, and he can play in these three positions in the middle of the park: defensive midfield, midfielder central, and attacking midfielder. He is very good in dribbling, in first touch. All of these technical attributes are very, very good, and he can be like a very good playmaker or even someone that carries the ball and makes some progressive runs. I'm really excited about him because he can really bring some more creativity to the team that we absolutely need to get to the next level. And now we get into the interesting things. We got Chris Smalling from Roma, who had two terrific seasons at Roma. We only paid 4 million for him because he's 34 and he has quite a large salary. He had two terrific seasons for Roma, who were in charge, let's say, first team in the Serie A for a long period of time last season. Unfortunately, they finished third, 2 points behind Juventus. And since we brought some, let's say, more balance into the midfield and into the defense, we brought in this guy, Youssoufa Moukoko, who all the FM players know and they love, of course. He's tremendous technically, he has great composure, great work rate, I would think, great physical attributes, and he can be one of the greatest players on earth in the future. We paid a hefty sum, 68 million, to Dortmund. He wasn't really a first team player, a regular for Dortmund, only played 17 matches last season, scored 5 goals, so not really living up to his potential, but I think he will make the step forward at Aston Villa. And because we sold also some players that I will show you later, we had some money, because this is the thing that happens with English clubs. You get to have money even if some players don't want to sign for you because you're not in Europe and so on, and you're not the caliber that they want, whatever. You have the money to fight with other teams, and one of the players that we could fight for was Patrick Schick, who was kind of almost reaching Bayern Munich, who had a couple of offers for him. I know that Bayer Leverkusen refused an offer, rejected an offer of about 75 million from Bayern Munich, and we swooped in and put an offer for 87 million euros for this player who scored 25 goals in the past 2 seasons and 24 goals in 21-22. So quite good, I think, quite good attacker, Czech attacker. He's 28 years old, so he can still play 3-4 years for us, I think, and quite good. I'm waiting for him to partner with Moukoko or with Marcos Leonardo or with the other players that we bring in. Victor Roque, our young attacker that comes from a loan, and it will be exciting times at Aston Villa. Now, if you are still here, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Stay tuned.